window down. If I fuck things up, just tell me now. I'm living in a blinded town. Am I running out of time? Feeling control when I'm talking to you. Slow trip, trying to play it cool. Nothing to do. Let's drive to the ocean. Get high, lay on the beach. White water running down my feet. Make love and repeat. I don't ever want to stay all night to see the sunrise. It's way too soon to be calling me baby, but it feels so right against the moonlight. Deep sea diving head first, don't save me. Is there something I can say to make you wanna stay with me? Is there something I can say to make you wanna stay with me? Oh, to make you wanna stay with me. Is there something I can do to show my love for you?
Let me read my brother's super cap because I really appreciate it. Shout out to Grown Man Talking. Already became the sponsor of tonight's show with a total of $20. Thank you for helping us keep the lights on. Grown Man Talking. Shout out to GMT. Thank you, bro.
No captivity.
GMT say, my guy, no cap. It was a blessing having you on the show Sunday. Had some great feedback. Blessings. Thank you, bro, man. Hey,
No
just in
captivity.
case some of y'all don't know, I was on Grown Man Talking show last Sunday, and I had a blast, man. Shout out to Grown Man Talking, and shout out to his entire panel, all the ladies and all the gentlemen. I had a great show. I had a great time on his show. A lot of different opinions, very opinionated panel. Thank you for even giving me that warm embrace, GMT. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed to Grown Man Talking's channel yet, make sure y'all go subscribe to Grown Man Talking. It's an excellent brother, excellent channel.
GMT and Mingo.
Hey!
He should come on the panel. Like, he should definitely come on
Come
the
on
panel.
up here, sir. Come on up here. By the way, is this a love offering or is this
No,
indentured servitude?
that's my dog. Those are for minutes.
All up.
Those are definitely for minutes.
No, don't influence him. He can
No,
make
that's
his
my
decision.
partner. I got his vote by proxy. Ask him. You want me to call him?
What up, Grown Man Talking? Appreciate you. Let me see. Grown Man Talking. That's another show I watch. Y'all check out my man Grown Man Talking right there. If y'all can see that. That's the name of his channel. Very good channel. I watch it every day. That's I got the idea from about having a panel with more than one person on here. I saw him one day doing it. He can have women, interesting topics, what have you. So I appreciate you, Grown Man Talking.
What is going on? What is going on, YouTube? We are live. We are live. We are back in the building. And shout out to you. What up? What up? What up? What up? As y'all can see, I got the beautiful ladies in the building with me today on a special Sunday. And I figured, let me do something different, right? Because We just did the season finale of Meet to Marry. So I'm like, you know what? Let's switch it up. Every week for 52 weeks, we've had grown men talking, open conversation. So why not bring back grown women talking? And I got the ladies, as you can see with me. So we got Jazz in the building. Shout out to Jazz, who is off tour with Jagged Edge. Talk to us, Jazz. Let us know how it was, what you got going on.
Yeah, I mean, it was great. I cannot complain. It's always fun getting out, on the road. You meet new people, learn new systems, and it's like once you get into a flow, it's over. And that's kind of what happened. But it's nice to be home now, getting, grounded and reacclimated to then get back out there in a few weeks. So,
That's dope.
yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, next time I'm gonna have to sneak in the back door because I got my people with me, and I'm gonna say, hey, at least the next time it's the weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
So next time I'm gonna be up and I'm gonna go see the weekend as soon as they come to Charlotte. We
Yeah.
are with it. And I got the lovely Shay in the building. What up? What up? What up, Shay? Talk to the people.
Hi, how's everybody? Happy Sunday. Let's have ourselves
Happy
a great
Sunday.
show today.
You want to give them a little brief on what we got going on with Meet to Marry?
Oh, Meet to Mary's doing great. We are planning the reunion. We're gonna film that in a week or two. So exciting. And
Yep.
then we are going to do a Meet to Marry mixer. We're gonna do that on Thursday the 22nd. We're gonna have the entire cast from season 1 and season 2. We'd love for the public to come out, hang out with us, especially single people come out and hang out with us. We're gonna have a great time.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I am so looking forward to that.
Yeah.
All right. And we got Miss Lovely P, Penelope in the building. What up? What up? What up? What up? How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Enjoying this beautiful sunshine finally.
Yes.
All right.
We all need that energy cleanse.
Yes.
Right.
It's a great point.
So what you got? What you got going on, Penelope? Talk to us. What's the future endeavors looking like for you?
What I got going on right now, just staying prayed up and just on this countdown of relocating from New York to Charlotte.
Hey, welcome.
So yes, it's a big, big, big move for me. So I'm just preparing for that.
Okay. Well, listen, we're looking forward to having you out here in the Queen City of Charlotte, where you can hang out with your peoples, and we go out. Listen,
Yes.
if you're part of my panels, and if you're part of anything Meet to Marry, you are officially part of the whole GMT media family. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And we are going to grow this thing to unimaginable measures. So thank you so much for joining us. We have a $50 super chat from my guy Blockchain in the building. Shout out.
Blockchain. Are you coming
says,
for the reunion?
We got to get him to the reunion. We got to get him to the reunion. Shout out to my guy Blockchain. Also, what else we got going on over here? He also gifted 10 memberships to the channel members. But members, talk to me, y'all. Y'all missed out. Because guess what? We have somebody that won these AirPod Max Pros, and she will be joining the panel at 5:30. So I could announce her giveaway to y'all. And I'm going to have much more giveaways in the future. So make sure you guys are tapped in. Join and become a channel member. Make sure you update your memberships every 30 days. Stay in touch with your boy. All right. On top of that, we have, who else? We have Highway Skinny in the building.
Skinny.
One of the best mods that ever did it. Shout out to you. He says hit the like button. So don't forget to hit the like button as you come in the door, y'all. All right. So as people come in, I'm ready to get into the conversation.
He was on time today. He says that Skinny was on.
Yes.
He said I was only on time. I've been doing good lately.
You have. So that's what's up. I'm excited about that one. We got Shay in the building with us today. So, all right, let's get into the topic. So, y'all see the thumbnail. Y'all see the title. You saw Shay's face too. Shay looked away like, oh my God, here we go. So now we got to put a disclaimer out there. We know all women don't love criminals, but what I want to do is talk about the psyche behind, like, what would make a woman do so. And we could get into this topic because I think it's pretty dope. We're waiting for Candace. Hold up, is that Candace? That is Candace. Hold on. There she go. What up, Candace?
Hey, sorry I'm late.
Thank God. This is
It's
the
all
voice
good.
Thank God. I was like, I can't.
Oh.
It's not here to talk some sense into y'all.
So what are we talking about?
So,
Girl.
Candace.
Talking about criminals. All right, before we talk
Wait,
about criminals,
judge. I can't judge.
Yo, before we talk about the criminals, Candace, let's talk about your book. What you got going
on? So yeah, my book Beyond Words, it's on Amazon. I'll be releasing the companion workbook sometime this week, hopefully Wednesday, but probably Friday. And I will be uploading my entire website come next Monday, not the Monday coming, but the Monday after that. So you'll be able to book me for all of my services and follow me for everything that I have coming down the pipeline.
Okay. So do me a favor. I have her link in the description for her book. So just go in the description, click the link, and get yourself a copy. All right, y'all. So let's get into it. Why women love criminals? All right, I got something I want to play for y'all real quick, and then we can get into the topic. Let me find it first, though. You know me, I'm a little slow. Here we go. All right.
But the way I see women losing their shit over someone who has to make burritos from Cheetos, Cheez-Its, and ramen noodles over a toilet bowl is absurd to me. Ladies, the stupidest thing that you could ever do, I'm talking about even more preposterous than putting your name on something for a man, is getting into a relationship with a man who's incarcerated. Case in point.
I'm just kicking it, you feel me?
Yeah.
I'm a vibe.
Yeah, I'm a vibe too. Let's vibe together.
I'm trying to vibe together. I just got out of jail. I'm trying to chill. You can kick it, but you getting the wrong idea.
I'm getting the wrong idea.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Are you sure you want to be with me?
Want to be with you?
So far, we're in a relationship, so are we?
Who said that?
Like, ladies, before you do this, I want you to ask yourself, how desperate am I? How desperate am I that I'm going to go onto a website full of convicts? I'm going to search through and see which one I find the most attractive. I'm going to message him or match with him or whatever it is that you do on these websites. We're going to develop a relationship. Eventually, I'm going to start putting money on his books. I'm going to start sending him money. I'm going to start visiting him, right? I'm going to do his bit with him. So if he got another 5 years, baby, I'm putting my life on hold. How desperate do I have to be? Ask yourself that every single time. Because, baby, the way I see women losing their shit over someone who has to make burritos from Cheetos, Cheez-Its, and ramen noodles over a toilet bowl is absurd to me. Like, ladies, I really need y'all to look into that. If you get to the point to where that is how you feel like you have to find love, you have a self-esteem issue. You have a self-worth issue, and you need to get that addressed. And baby, I am happy to assist you. The link is in my bio to book a session. But if it ain't...
Well,
I
can't hear you.
Can y'all hear him?
No.
No.
Damn, again?
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. Let's get into the topic, y'all. So basically, you know, we all know, like I said before, it's not all, but the women that do. I think there's two types, and this is my opinion as a man, right? I think there's two types of people that come out of prison. I do think there's the reform type, the guy that's like, yo, listen, I'm trying to do better with myself, and he's looking for a woman to help him obviously do better in life. It's hard when you come out of prison. But then there's the other guy that's in prison that tends to be talking to a certain type of woman that, like we saw that young lady. So when they come out, hold up, I hear some background noise. I hear some background noise. Who is that? Who is that? That was you, P. I hear some type of background noise. So the other guy that comes out of prison and he's basically trying to take advantage of women. He just used her for the ride in jail. So let's talk about it. What is the infatuation with that you believe that some women that date men that's currently in prison have with that? Ladies, the floor is yours. Anyone can take the floor.
Ill. Okay. Okay. There are a few types of ladies that date men who have been in prison, or who have been in. There are women who find the man, don't know he's in prison. They see he's a good guy, he has good head on his shoulder, and are at a certain point in life to where they can take those amount of risk. Um, there are some of those that are on these dating sites, and they find someone there, and they fall in love with them there, and they stay with them when they find out they're in prison. But that's where their mind is. Then there are the ones that specifically go for the ones in prison with money because they want to benefit, and they do. And then there are the ones that actually like want to fall in love with them. I cannot fathom, I can't begin to tell you about those because I can't process it in my head. I can't process it. And it's pretty girls too. I cannot process why you would find someone in prison, date them, wait to do their bid with them, especially let's say they have 5 years and then they in there acting bad or bad behavior and they get another 2 years and you still with them and you have something going for yourself. There are women that have great things going for themselves, beautiful women, but still do that. I cannot understand why. And I want to meet someone so that I can interview her, just like to people watch for human behavior.
Okay. What were you going to say, Shay?
I wholeheartedly agree with everything Candace has said. And I think she broke down the various different types of women that we can think of that might want to date a criminal. I do know that there are people who made mistakes when they were younger, had a lapse in judgment, all kinds of things. And they worked hard to turn their lives around. And, maybe I was in jail 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever it may be. I did something stupid as a kid, whatever it may have been. And, now this person is really, that doesn't reflect their character. That reflects a mistake that they made. So I can understand why a woman would give a man like that a chance any day.
And
But
hearing you talk, Shay, you know what else it brought up to me? The other type of woman, another type of woman.
We can hear you.
Wait,
Seems like something.
can you hear
There
me?
you go.
I got a
Yeah.
Yeah, we
call.
can hear you.
Okay. Another type of woman that would do that is a woman who's doing it out of survival.
mm, mhm.
A woman who's
So
doing it out of
when you
survival
say
because
that,
I can think
what do you mean
of
by that?
someone who that's all they've known about life. So that's how they survive in life. They think that that is the way to do it. Let's say it can be a young girl who's a single mother who wants to come up on easy money, but she grew up in that life and easy money, but now she needs it. So it could be someone who is doing it on survival and out of ignorance of they don't know what's out there or don't think that they can get what's out there. It's like you're stuck in your environment. You're a victim of your environment. So it could be that.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
We have a $5 super chat from my guy Blockchain who says this is the female equivalent
Am I frozen
of
or
a
y'all
man.
frozen?
You are
I think
frozen.
I might be frozen.
You're not frozen anymore, but you have a delay. I think you should drop and come back if you can hear me. But a $5 super chat from my guy Blockchain who says this is the female equivalent of men dating big girls, knowing that it's easier to get because they are big. Thank you so much for the $5
That's what I
super
was
chat.
thinking when Candace was talking. When she was saying, I can't fathom. I can't fathom why someone would go on a dating site for criminals. I don't.
Willingly looking for them. Yeah.
Right. So I think blockchain is on to something where there's obviously something. I would say a self-love issue of some sort where you don't think you either deserve better, you don't think you can keep better, you think that this man is desperate, so he would have to hold on to you. These are the different things that I'm thinking of that could possibly make you want to. I don't know. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know this woman. I haven't met this woman. I haven't come across this woman. So, but I agree with everything that Candace said. You know, survival and a product of your environment. This is what you know, what you're used to. You haven't seen others, anything else. You haven't exposed yourself to men who have not been in jail. Or you think
When you say the word survival, that's where I'm like kind of lost at. The reason why I say that is because survival would mean that he could help you in some type of way, but usually most men in jail can't.
So you're
And
seeing it as like survival of the fittest, but what they're saying is more so like it's when you're living from survival, which is usually a response to living in survival mode. Essentially, like our cultural experience, there's a lot of people who did not experience better, so they're already living from lack. Like if all the men in your area go to jail, if it's talked about as almost like a rite of passage, which a lot of times it is, right? It's like a man has to go to jail to be seen as a man. You
It's
want
glorified.
the hottest man in the city that been in jail to claim you. That's your claim to something, because y'all have nothing. People are poor, you're going through it. The best that I can get is a man that at least is doing a bid for whatever reason. So it's like living from a lack mindset or a cultural experience that was placed on us, because music and all that, it was glorified. I feel like there's a lot of people, I don't understand it, but it's a glorified experience of like, I need the baddest man. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I have to see myself as, right? I scheme, I steal, I do XYZ. I have to see my man has to match that. And what better than the man that's in jail? That's his stamp that like nobody can mess with him. I have that claim.
that's such a
Um
It
and
is.
or a lack of self-esteem. Now I have this claim, right? So I have nothing, but a man that's in jail wants me. Like he's the hottest in there. You know what I'm saying? He was the head of the game. Whatever it is, it's this idea. It's a backwards or inverted version of survival. So you think that they're giving you something, but it's not from a physical sense. It's more so from a cultural idea that there is worth there.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
That's
wow.
amazing.
Penelope, I want to grab your opinion on this, but let me get to these super chats real quick. I got a $5 super chat from my guy blockchain Willie Beamer reacts. He said just grab my copy of Candace's book. He says every 5 likes this show gets, I'll buy another copy. Get the
That's dope.
likes up.
Let's
Let
get
me
it.
So
Everybody share,
let's
share,
get
share, share, share.
let me like
get
it too.
everybody coming in the building, like the episode, hit the like button, likes are free, and also it gets Candace another copy sold of her book. So hit the like button as you come in the door. My man Air Force Reek with the $5 super chat says he says they have apps and websites for women and men to meet people in jail. And
Great.
also Willie Bean with the $5 super chat again says survival mode is just basic adulting. Got a plan. Thank you so much, y'all, for all of those super chats. Do me a favor, make sure y'all get the likes up. All right, Penelope, Miss Lovely P, holla at us.
Hey, all right. So when we looking at this topic, right? We said why women love criminals, right? We
Right.
automatically took that word criminal and
And put prison.
associated with them
Mhm.
being incarcerated.
Incarcerated. Mm-hmm.
We automatically did that, right?
Well,
Right.
that's because it was
Now, a
the
person can have a criminal
video that he played.
background.
Go ahead. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Willis, you said a person can have a criminal
So I'm
background?
like, okay, so a person can have a criminal background. Now, typically, right, girls like bad boys, so they say. Girls like criminals. That's in the streets. That's hood. That's what I thought you was getting at with that topic. I didn't know we were talking
Mm-hmm.
about them being locked up.
I
I,
think all of
I
Well,
that.
Because
think that's
me
probably what it
personally,
is.
Okay, I was like, I
You
think
made a
all
good,
of
you made a good point in pointing out that we all went
Yeah.
to it being someone in
Extreme
jail,
incarceration.
actually incarcerated, as
So
opposed
that's
to
the
just being
video you
criminals.
played.
Because baby, them scammers, listen, who called you got your name is Bill and you got Lola's card, black card, and you trying to swipe
Right.
it for me and
Right.
drinks at the club?
Right.
Cause I'ma speak
Well,
like I'm old school. Like I'm a single mom, right? I'm not desperate at all. And I believe that the man finds the woman. I'm old school. I was not out there desperately looking. I was minding my business, raising my daughters, trying to be a better me and a better mother to my daughters. So a man found me and he has a criminal background and it's the best connection I've ever come across. Ever. Like he was raised, his mother really raised him right.
I think
okay.
the criminal background is different from being a criminal, because being a criminal is being active in that. So
Active,
everybody
yeah.
has it. Because some of
Yeah.
us could have been 304s in our past lives. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So
Like, who is
I
there to
mean,
judge?
I'm not messing with
Yeah.
me personally, I'm not messing with nobody in prison though. I'm just not.
She said,
Yeah, I think there's
let's get the
I'm just
definitely
record
not.
straight because we on national internet right now. Okay.
Oh man, hold on. We got another $5
I
super
can't
chat
do
from
it. Like
Bossy.
I gotta be able to touch you, see you, kiss you. I can't. I
But you
can't.
see, there's a lot. So, all right, quick little story time, real quick, right? There was a woman that I was dating back in the day, before my wife, obviously, and her mother, and her sister both sought people that were currently incarcerated, right? So they went on those websites. They found men. One of the guys was doing life in jail for deleting someone, and the other guy was, the one that the daughter was dating was actually like just, he sold whatever on the street. The problem was this: the one that did has life in jail right now. From my, I found out years ago, she was still talking to this man. So she's doing life with him. She's like, I'm doing the bid. I'm doing life. That's it. She gets conjugal visits and it's all good. Then you have the daughter, who the guy came out and he treated her like crap. So she didn't know this man beforehand. She met him while he was locked up. And of course, he told her, yo, when I come out, I'm going to love you. I'm going to support you. I'm going to be the man of your dreams. Then the moment he came out of jail, she found out something else. He was a whole different guy. And that's what happens, what I see a lot with women when they sort men that's currently incarcerated. It's different when you meet a man out of jail, he's working on himself, and then you see him building, right? Things happen. But it's a whole different level to like basically seek a man that's currently locked up.
You know
So
why?
why?
I'm gonna approach this from a psychological. It might have been the THC that was talking before.
That's
So
what
when
we
I
were
said, you know why, I might not have been talking to what you was just saying. It might have been the THC having a whole bunch of different conversations. Anyway, um, so from a psychological standpoint,
saying.
these women are looking for people that need to be taken care of.
That's what I was getting at. I,
Every woman, okay, there's some women who it's a power trip, but I'm talking about the women who are who you there's no other reason why you would be talking to this person unless you have some type of mental instability. And there is, we're going to be
that.
bold enough to say that there is mental instability
was saying, is it a
there, because
self-love thing?
no one in their right mind would make the choice to seek out someone, usually someone doing a major bid in prison, because the thing about it, and they want to be able to live in a fantasy world. Because if somebody was doing 2 years or 5 years for writing bad checks and they scaried it and they stay under the radar, they gonna get out in a good two
Right.
and a half.
Right.
They don't want those, because then they have to deal with you in real life. Either they have to deal with you or you get to see the real
The
them.
real
So
them.
they get to live, in a shaded world where they can open the shades, those magnetic things like for the
Screen.
bugs. They get to open them and close them as much as they want to and when they want to. They get to be someone else and not see who it is that they're supposed to be.
You
That's
see,
crazy.
this is why we need a Candace today.
Yeah.
I
Don't
just
gas
want
me
to make
up.
clear. No, I'm gassing you all day. Actually, I want to make that clear. What she's saying is that we understand that women who would seek someone who is in jail doing a long bid, someone who's going on a dating app actively seeking, that person is mentally unstable.
Yeah.
That person is
Yeah.
not in their right mind.
um,
And
and
it
you
can be
know,
situation. It can be situationally mentally unstable. Meaning, like right after, so not after I decided to divorce, when it started to get like, if I can't have you, nobody can, or if you don't get back with me, I'm gonna make your life hell. When it started to get like that, I had to be there. I went to a domestic violence shelter 3 times during the time that the divorce was happening. I had to come back because my children, he wasn't letting me see my children. DV, yes. My he wouldn't let my children come to me, and I have two type 1 diabetics. So I had to be there for them because he worked 80 hours a week. So when that started happening, I was not the person that was focused on certain things. I was the person that needed to make sure that I stayed sane by any means necessary. So I did things that I wouldn't have done in my right mind. So you don't necessarily have to be mentally unstable all the way around, but something in your life is causing you to do this. Now, the ones that are mentally unstable are the ones that after about 6 months, a year, 2 years, you're still in this, then you are. Then you're making it a mental instability as opposed to a mental episode.
I
So
got
there are times where women would do that because they're going through something in the moment, but most of the time it's those with long term, yeah, childhood issues that are
uh,
unresolved.
something that Neo just wrote right here, and he said, "Or looking for men that can control." I
Yeah.
see that.
Not
Well,
necessarily. Yeah.
what were you about to say, Jazz?
No, I was gonna agree with that. I could see that it could be a form of control as well. So, the different areas of kind of what you were saying, Candace, of like, I'm afraid to let someone see my full self. So I can control the narrative. If I'm only writing to you, I tell you the story that I want you to have. You think you need me. I only visit you once in a blue, and then you don't see my full self. So I control this narrative of this dynamic. And men that unfortunately maybe in those spaces that aren't the strongest mentally, right? Like he feels isolated, you're already isolated. Now there's this one person that reaches out to me or checks on me. It is this level of like, see, I'm the only one that cares for you. It's like buying love almost. Because some men in there, unfortunately, they don't have anyone, and they do need some type of communication or affection. And it's like, okay, well, this person's gonna give it to me. um there you go.
So Neo, where you're coming from, I think that it's it two people knowing they're entering into a toxic agreement, that they both know that they both need each other so they both can give each other crap. Like, nigga, you need me to make these phone calls to these other people, nigga. And she like, well, and he's to her like, well, I keep giving you this little bit of money, or I keep you straight, or I keep you this or that. Or she just needs somebody that she needs to exert her manliness, her masculine energy to, and she knows that it's easy to do it with somebody who's dependent on her in some way. But as soon as that
Right.
nigga gets somebody, as soon as that ninja gets somebody else, guess what? It's going to be a lot of issues. He's still going to use her, but then he's going to have the upper hand. So it's
Right.
it's a power. Oh, and in our friends' words, power dynamics.
Power dynamic.
So
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
so then we're talking about, like I said, someone who is operating in dysfunction already in their minds,
Right.
Yeah.
who want to seek
Yeah.
out this dysfunctional, toxic relationship that sounds extremely transactional.
Exactly.
Sounds a little codependent. You know what I mean? Sounds all these different things that everything but healthy, not healthy.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, just to throw it all out there, because it says why women love criminals, and going off of what P was saying, how it doesn't necessarily have to be a person that's currently in jail. Let's say in their past were criminals. I've dated someone that was in prison. Of course, at the time, he was already out, and it wasn't something that I knew until getting to know him. Um, And I didn't hold it against him. You know, it was kind of one of those things that, hey, it happened. Thanks for sharing, and we moved forward. But at least from my experience, there's a level of depth. There is a level of depth, at least in that person. And I don't know if it's from the hardship or that experience. You know, the whole purpose of incarceration, quote unquote, it's supposed to give you a space where you are isolated so you can think. You know, when you're in a world where it's constant going, 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 and especially when you are, you know, let's say from our culture, right? There's music, there's this, there's going out, there's partying, there's just, you got to go to school, you got to do all these things. You don't have those distractions that now you're sitting, you're probably reading, you are just growing mentally. There was a level of depth that I could have certain level conversations with this person as opposed to someone that was never incarcerated, unfortunately. You know, they had a level of
Agree.
appreciation for life, I would say. Because now they get to live it in a different way. They raise their mental level to a point that I needed or I appreciated. um I can also say that maybe it is this idea of, I think a masculine man is being attacked um in this day and age. And what I mean by that is that it's hard to see a black man be masculine that's not toxic, right? Like it's either they're very feminine or it's a skewed way of masculinity. So when we don't see it often, I think criminals unfortunately capture that masculinity that we want as a woman, as a feminine. When I'm looking for a mate, there's certain attributes of a man that I don't necessarily see in all men. And I believe sometimes criminals can capture that. You
Yeah.
know, there's a level of they go against the rule that you need to have. You know, there's I think there's a thing of like they don't seek validation. Maybe I don't know exactly what it is, but there is just a masculineness, something about a man that's kind of just like I'm with the shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like they got me. I know you're gonna take care of me. It could be that attraction. Like it's like I know no one's gonna sun him, you know, in that meaning, like no one's going to intrude in what we create, and he's going to protect me physically. He's dominant. Maybe that's what it is. It's a level of dominance that some criminals portray that is attractive.
Okay.
Hey, we getting there.
Yep.
So I feel like what
Yes,
we're saying,
ma'am.
because we going there today. I think everything that Jazz said is true. But of course, not all people. I think not all people who go to jail come out of it for the better.
Right.
You know, and not all people that go to jail come out for the worst. So I can understand why someone will want to give someone a chance because you don't know until you know whether or not, you know, this person learned from their mistakes or not. So I think that's a great point. That's a great point. Hi, Neo. I saw Neo's comment.
Neil, what up, what up? And Val is in the building. What up, Val? He said, sorry, I'm sorry, this is Sage Logic can't even, okay. So here's what happens with men,
Guessing up
right?
here. I'm like, we're guessing up here what what these people could be wanting.
Yeah,
Well,
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 I think men that haven't been in jail then are immediately gonna feel attacked and think that that means it lessens their masculinity in any
No.
way. Which
Yeah, I don't think that that's what you're trying to say either. I think
At all.
masculinity is under attack, and I think we need to stand up for the masculine men who are masculine in all of the right ways.
right,
You know what I mean?
right,
Not violence isn't the only way to be masculine. So
right. But we do understand that violence is one way. But here's the thing, though, right? Um, the problem where I love what that Jazz said, masculinity is under attack. The problem is this: when you think of when you think of a criminal and you or somebody that's been in jail or somebody that's real rough around the edges, you see that a lot of women are attracted to it. So what happens to a young boy is he wants women. So he might not naturally have grown up in a certain environment, but let's keep it real. Like we all know guys that grew up in the suburbs that took on a thug mentality because he tries to get the woman. So to for and we watched the nerdy guy like how we did on Pop the Balloon the other day, who speaks very well. He gets considered he speaks like a white guy. All he did was have proper English, but he talks like a white guy. And that man gets emasculated because of being proper, educated. And it's almost like he's not masculine. So I think what it was, men get very confused off of this topic because young boys don't know which way to go. Man, I'm not raised like that, but the women love that. So if I knock somebody upside the head, I might get a woman. If I go do a sentence and I get out in a year or two, all the ladies will love me. So I think that's where it's like, it's a touchy topic. It's a good topic, but it's very touchy when it comes.
I apologize for where I thought you were going with this when I saw when I saw this. When I saw this was a topic, and I was like, I'm not doing this with you. I feel like, ooh, you're getting deep. We got to go deep then on why it is that the Black culture glorifies criminal behavior.
Being a criminal. That's true.
Way deep for that. That is not something that we chose for ourselves. That is something that we were influenced to. That is a part of the supremacy that we deal with in this country.
Right.
To teach us to hate ourselves, to teach us that being bad is good. Why we don't value education, why we don't value things that other cultures value that are working for them, why we're portrayed the way that we are.
Right.
You know,
That's so hard for me.
It's
because I don't like, that's so hard for me because like I like to hear say that our culture like tolerates this, and I can't because I can't see it. I can't fathom it. I can't see in any situation where I would glorify any kind of criminal activity. Glorify it? Like, yeah, I can't.
And I think we need to continue this conversation to get more and more people to understand that this is not okay.
Right.
Right. Well, we got, so when we talk glorification of it, right, we got to look at the music, right? We got to look at actually right here. It's conditioning, music, movies, TV shows. So that's exactly where I was about to go with that. So naturally, the Black man, you think about us from back in Birth of the Nation. Now I'm gonna get deep, right? We're gonna go way back, where we were naturally portrayed as criminals, right? Like you saw a Black man, hide your kids, hide your wives. We going in. So that right there was the stigma on Black men for decades.
Right.
Decades. So naturally we picked it up when now here comes the over criminalization of Black men, putting us in jail for little petty crimes. I remember a story of a man that stole a pizza in LA and he got life because it was his third offense. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. When we have to hear that about our own men, it becomes like, oh, well, this is who they are. Then our rap now, we got rap where the male hip hop artists were rapping about guns and violence and, you know what I'm saying, from NWA and all of that. We went from the natural storytelling hip hop, right, where hip hop had an actual meaning to it,
right,
where it told the story of poverty to glory, from that to where it's like, yo, it's okay to pop mollies and sleep with every woman outside, and you know what I'm saying? So it becomes glorified. Now it's almost like I'm not cool if I'm not selling drugs. I'm not cool if I'm not popping a molly. I'm not cool because we went from selling it to using it. Now it's cool to use it. It's crazy.
It is.
It's crazy.
This is crazy.
It's wild. So, go ahead, Candace. Go ahead.
No, I'm reading Willie's his super chat. Oh, okay. You want me to? My bad.
Yeah, go ahead and read it. I saw your lips moving. I'm like, go ahead.
Okay. All right. If the men that aren't criminals have access to the same women who also have such high standards for regular men, there is no point in those of us that are not criminals to even take them serious.
I cannot disagree. I cannot disagree. I think
right.
When you right, I'm with you.
Yep. I think that we need more women who do not date criminals because we exist. To continue to give these regular men, as you say, because ain't none of y'all regular. Y'all
I
are
know
definitely
that's right. Are they all blanket? Okay.
way above regular. Black men, don't get me started. I love my black men. But yeah, I think that's exactly it. We need to continue to let our voices be heard that we do value black men who are nerds. What? I want to talk about anime too. And y'all know how much I like aliens and all of that nerdy stuff.
Oh
So
gosh, yeah. Let's get into it one day on some mushrooms. Okay.
the corporate man, the regular uniform. What? Yes, that's what we
Yeah.
like. That's what we
Right.
like.
And honestly, like I had when I was between the time that I got divorced and the time that I accepted Jerome's I want to be monogamous. Um Yeah, I dated people who were past criminals or whatever, but if they didn't have the mind, even in my low points, if that person didn't have the mind to come up from where they were, they just didn't see a way to do it, and all I had to do was kind of steer them the right way and like help with certain things. Um, I wouldn't be with them. Let's say they had three, four baby mamas and seven kids. If I'm gonna be around you, let me get all their numbers, call each and every one of the baby mamas, bring them kids over this weekend and every weekend. If they had an issue with that and they were the proverbial, oh nah, forget that, and I ain't doing this, and I'm gonna go out and hustle this and that and not follow that, I wasn't talking to them, even at my lowest.
Right. Right. No, I'm with you. You see, what a lot of people don't realize is black men need black women. I don't care how we try to do our best on the internet to separate the two. This is why I'm a big component of marriage and putting black people together, because we've every culture knows you do better when you have the man and women working as a unit. It's just, I think, the white culture knows it, but they also have their sectors of that culture as well, where they preach the same crap that we're doing, right? But in that, I'm
It's at a
mentioning Shay,
smaller
I'm gonna
rate
say
though.
it. I'm gonna say it, Shay. Yes, it's at a smaller rate, but they started that whole movement that Shay hates me saying so much.
I'm like, why
So
Shay
I'm
looking
not gonna
like
say
that?
the.
It's the movement.
And she know it's the. I can't say it. Shay don't want me to say it. I won't say the
Well,
word.
Shay, you
But
say it because we want to know. Sisters want to know.
I told
go
Mingo
ahead,
it
Shay.
even says the word feminism.
Oh, okay.
There it goes. So
Oh,
she
Oh, they
said it,
did
right?
though.
So
They did though.
that right. So
Can
that
I say
movement in
something?
and itself.
yes,
Of
Oh,
course,
of
please.
yes,
course.
ma'am.
Please.
Miss
Now I know
P.
I got lost a little bit. I be having technical difficulties. But I just want to piggyback off of what you said, Mingo, when you said you're big on a black man needing a black woman, right? Now, this might go a little off topic, but I feel like a lot of black men kind of run away from black women because we're perceived as being alpha female, right? We're perceived as being strong. But I want to take this back to uh oppression days. Like we were made, and this is my personal opinion. I feel like it was meant to destroy us as a people and separate the black man and the black woman, especially in the 80s, right? They brought crack into the era. Because when you think back, when we was freed from slavery, we had two-parent households. The 1940s, 50s, 60s, we had culture. They had respect. They went to church on Sundays. All of that was lost once they divided us. Drugs came into the neighborhoods and they created the welfare system that permanently
Uh-huh.
made it till you can't, if you got a man in the household, then you lose your spot in getting assistance. It's kind of like we were
Right.
forced to be
Yeah.
single
Right.
moms.
On
So
every level, they begin to put that thing in on a lower class economical level, middle class as well. They couldn't do it to the high class because they
mhm,
know what they know. But they on
mhm.
every level, you're absolutely right. Mhm.
Absolutely
So
right.
I
And I
feel
feel
like
like we all got to take our responsibility for continuing to perpetuate this,
Right.
because we all
Right.
know it. We all know it. So we
Miss
have to stop.
Miss
Like,
P, I got a question.
okay,
You date white men?
I've I've dated two.
It's given.
I
It's
laugh
given.
because I laugh
Go
because
ahead.
the first one I dated, he was a white man, but the second one I dated, he was Italian, and
Oh,
he was
okay.
hood though.
Yeah, so he's a
He was
wiggle.
mistaken for being like Puerto Rican. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Still white though.
Still white.
Still white.
Still white.
still, still a white man. Um.
Still
No
white.
judgment, no
So
judgment. I just wanted to confirm what my spidey senses
Why
was
you?
saying.
I'm just
That's it.
curious. Why you ask me?
It's
Yeah, I don't
just
even know
the
what
tone
you're
that
picking
you
up
read.
on.
Wait, go buy my book and read it. You'll understand what I asked you.
I want to read your book.
so
I'm definitely gonna read your book.
Yeah, I'm like, let me find it. I saw you
Awesome.
put it in the chat.
yeah,
Awesome.
it's in the description. It's skinny put it in the chat, and it's also in the description as well. So please click on it. Also, do me a favor, y'all hit the like button. Blockchain said that every 5 likes, he's going to buy another book. So as he buys the book, we'll do giveaways. So please make sure you guys are hitting that like button as you
And
come in
while
the door. I see the numbers in the room is going up right now. So as you come in the door, please hit the like button. All right. So
while we're at it, hold on. While we're at it, I'm gonna do something that's completely just I shouldn't do, but I'm gonna do it anyway because we family, and I'm gonna do it live. So, one of my first live sessions on YouTube is going to be a Q&A about my book. So, when y'all get it, actually read it and then come and ask me anything, whatever the Lord put on your heart.
I found
there
it.
we
Beyond
go.
words, how emotional awareness transforms communication and increases influence.
Yes, ma'am.
That's dope.
Mm,
That's it.
mm.
Dope.
So make
Getting
sure
under the
y'all get
layers.
yourself a copy. Get a copy of the book. So yeah, so talk about the separation. What Penelope was saying, she's 100% right.
Yep.
And but I love what Shay said too. We have to take accountability because we're past those days now. So
Yeah.
when we start looking at it like, okay, well, why are we still choosing to
Are
be
we?
apart? And I understand. Yeah, I think we're choosing so 100%.
Not you and I, Candace.
As a
Not,
collective. Yeah.
Yes, we're
yeah,
choosing in general.
I believe as a collective, right?
Yes.
As a collective, we're choosing to go to war with each other. We're choosing
On social
to
media for
separate.
sure.
We created groups. Now we have the passport
Yeah,
bros.
collectively we are.
We have
Collectively
we
we
have
are.
women,
Yes, I
right?
like
We have women that what do they call? What do the women that call that divestors? And these are not small groups, small sectors of our community. These are large sectors of our community that's choosing to say, I don't want
I don't
to
know that
be
they're
with you no more.
large. I don't know that they're large. I think that they're loud.
Hold on, hold on. Let me change
They're loud,
people's
I'm gonna want
perspective.
to agree with that.
large.
Let me change your perspectives in both ways, whether they are okay, they're large and loud, but they're large not because it's the ones that we name, the ones that we put names to, but because women and men, but I put it on women because of how much power we were created with. Women don't understand their power, and we are too selfish. Come on now. We are too selfish and want what we want as opposed to wanting what's best for our family or our culture or basically our family, for our community. Meaning, we want our emotions to be placated and not structured. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, don't tell me I'm right because you're not doing me a service as a woman and my leader,
Right.
nor yourself a service because I'm going to start assuming a responsibility that you should have, but you're not doing it. So
Right.
that's as far as women. There is a reason that God created a woman to complement a man so that the man can continue doing what God created him to do. So
Yes.
as a woman, I'm
Mm.
not feminist. I'm not whatever it is. I'm not any of that stuff. What I am is what work is.
Okay.
In my Hebrew, my Hebrew King
In your Hebrew
James, what
tongue.
work is. Listen, I
Well,
like that's just what I
well,
feel. So when I say we are against each other, that we are too for ourselves, that we are
Mm,
not fighting for each other.
Yep.
Men and women, but
Mm.
I know the power I have. I know what I have to bring certain things out in a man, and then once that happens, it pours back into me, and the cycle
Yep.
is just synergistic.
Yep.
Who said the
Talk about
she brew?
I'm sorry, I get
You know
passionate
what?
about stuff like that.
No, that was
no,
good.
but it's so good.
Such a good
That's
take.
good.
Good
Sorry.
take.
Nah,
Because
you was
we
spitting
found
just now.
some good,
You was putting bars on that. And
big
and
bars.
and, and
But
when I say
got it.
when I say large, right, I don't necessarily mean the majority. What I mean is I look at it like this: if you have 100% of the people, I do understand that the marriage rate of black men and women, we choose each other more often than none, right? But when I'm looking at a large sector, even if it's 5% of the community, that's too much.
I agree.
Can I say something?
That's
Can I say
way
something?
too much. Yes.
Can I say something? Because Romans 4:20 is working on me right now.
Uh-oh,
Somebody's gonna
here
catch
go
it.
this Hebrew.
Somebody's gonna catch it. Um, Wait, say exactly what you just said, Mingo. Exactly what you just said. It's not a large, it's something else you
um,
said.
I said it's not large, but it's
You said 5% is
what
too
part?
much.
I said at least 5% is just too much. That part?
Yeah, no, okay, there was something else that you said, but I'm gonna try and remember it. Um, no, I'm not gonna be able to remember. You said something else between the 5% and the
He
too
said that
large and the
black men
not large.
choose each other more often than not.
There it is. A lot of times, the only reason, and I'm just gonna take this the way that I see it, the only reason that some of these men choose black women is because of their hatred for white women, not because they want to choose the black women.
Hmm.
Well, white women aren't our only choice.
Right.
I no, well, when what I mean is still they're powered nobody else but black people that they really don't have any depth into. They're just following a trend that they cannot be seen with somebody outside of their race, so they choose within their race, but still don't do their race right.
I gotcha. I gotcha. I
I'm a
think
little
that's
I'm a little I'm
all
a little lost. I'm a
subset
little
too.
lost.
She's saying this person exists
and
also.
and and what I'm
Ooh,
saying is that
Candace.
a black man chooses or appears to be choosing a black
Appears.
woman, from them inside of them, regardless of what it looks like on the outside, yeah, bro chose a black woman. For them, they're just choosing the lesser of two evils, so they're still going to do our community a disservice.
Mm.
Well,
We
and I
talk
do believe
about
those
it,
men
but
exist. Yes. But I
Matt,
think
hold on.
what
Matthew, yes, I am. I am a Bible thumper, but not because I was made to be, but because God changed my life and He showed me
Amen.
some things that can't nobody test. So I am come with it. Okay. But I don't judge though. I
oh
don't judge.
man,
I
man.
love, I'm
No,
inclusive. I love.
we praise him.
so hear me out real quick. So I what I'm saying is I hear what you're saying, and those men do exist. I don't even think that's a 1%. I do believe that more black men choose black women because y'all are naturally going to be our first choice. Every race of man chooses their women. Asian men choose Asian women over every other woman. White men choose white women over every other woman, and black men do the same. We're no different. It's just when we look outside of our community is usually when we can't find what we want out of our own woman. So we tend to say, you know what, maybe what I desire, I could find in some other race of woman. What were you going to say, P?
No, I was just
Penelope, you
listening
going to
to
say?
you. Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay,
was
okay.
just listening to you. You
I
guys,
saw I
woo,
saw the church I saw the church finger go up. I
the
was
little
like, all right,
church
she about
finger.
to say
Cause I was just piggyback off of like I'm 50-50 on that about black men choosing black women.
Don't let
I
the
was
And
don't
hold
let
on.
the
And when I say that, I'm not just specifically putting it to
do.
black men. Just like Mingo just said, every culture does that because choosing most of the time choosing outside their culture is going to be a taboo for their culture, and they don't want to go through that. But those of us who do choose to go outside of our culture, we've been through too much in our culture, and we want to see what else we can get outside of our culture. So
right.
I'm not just limiting to a black man thing. I'm just saying it because those are the people that we. Okay, yeah.
Okay, okay, okay.
Um,
Decipher. Just be
Decipher.
clear.
may I interrupt?
Decipher. Oh, of course, of course.
No, go
Let's
ahead.
say.
Decipher and
No,
Neo. Both of
I
you be
wanted to
clear.
find Decipher. Are you Are you? What's your ethnicity? Are you white, black? What are you, Decipher? Also, we got a Shay and Myra in the building. Shay looking
He's black
good.
from New York.
Oh, is he? Is it a white man?
Oh
Yeah,
man.
there's no. When you say 50-50, Block, what you talking about?
I think it's referring to P's comment when P says she's 50-50 on.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I'd like to interrupt. It's 6:00, and I think we were supposed to announce the winner.
Yes, where is she? Is she here? She is not here. Hold up, let me find out where she's at. So we are going to announce the winner of the AirPod Max Pro today, but I wanted to do something special. She has the link to the show, so I'm just waiting for her to join in. When she joins, we will get the whatchamacallit. So Decipher is half Persian, 22% Spanish, and okay, indigenous, okay.
And the
That's
rest,
what's up.
the rest.
Yeah, what's
What's
that
the
matter?
rest?
And the mostly rest
Western
50.
European.
Western
So you just
European.
putting funk in the game. No disrespect. And you know,
What
I'm
fuck in
sorry
the-
I said that because usually when people say that, they mean disrespect. But I'm being straight up. You just putting funk in the game. I'm not sure where you did you grow up
What you mean?
around black people? Yeah,
Hold up,
the stuff is
hold on.
the
She's
stuff
not here
the
yet.
dip,
Hold on, let me find out.
Yeah. Oh, that's a very interesting take from
the
Orange Heat.
Oh, okay. You go ahead. You can read that.
No,
What's
no.
up, Orange? Shout out to you for being here.
not faithful men are only in
I used to
jail.
be a
They faithful
correction.
with meaning they ain't getting no women, but they getting the men.
Do you believe that faithfulness
So if that's
Candace,
what you mean.
men in prison
That's
that are not in prison?
crazy. They can claim I ain't
ooh,
sleeping with no other girl. I ain't sleeping with no other
Yeah.
woman. I
No
know.
other woman.
That's a hot take.
Hold up, y'all. We got D in the building. What up, D? So,
Hey
all
Didi.
right, y'all.
what's
D is here
happening?
with us. D is a avid watcher of everything Meet to Marry.
Yes.
She always reposts the content. She literally listened and became a channel member. And not only did she become a channel member, she also followed the guidelines to win the AirPod Max Pros.
Let's
So
go.
shout out to yo.
Congratulations.
I'm so excited.
Congratulations on it. Thank you so much. I wanted to ask you a question. What's your favorite episode of Meet the Man?
So my favorite, the one that I like the most, is the one that just dropped with Chris. I loved it.
Okay.
I really, really, I loved everything about it from the beginning to the end, the atmosphere, the couple, the conversation. My
On
fave.
point.
My favorite
On
too.
Yeah.
point. I
My
love
favorite.
it. I love it. But thank you. Thank you. I really wanted to thank you so much
Thank you.
for supporting, for being a channel member, and I know it's going to continue because it's not literally just on YouTube. She makes sure she's watching everything. She makes sure on IG it's always a like, it's always a comment, it's always a repost. So thank you so much, D. I really appreciate you.
You're welcome. I really love what you're doing in the city. So I'm going to support.
I
Hey.
appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right. So I don't know if you want to hang out with us for a little bit, or you want to, or you
You
could drop. It's
absolutely
okay if
can
you're
with that
busy. You
beautiful
got something to
smile.
do.
I'm listening. I'm listening to y'all talk. I've been sitting here listening to y'all.
Okay. All right. So the tap in. You jump in the comment section if you want to, and
Okay. The only thing that I will say is that I don't know where you guys found enough women that want to date these criminals that are seeking. I get the conversation. We all have a past. We all done did some things, but I'm just not connecting with the thought process. The conversation is like, I don't know. Like I can't connect with that idea.
Haven't met this woman. Haven't
Okay,
Like
met
I
I
her.
got
just
something to
don't
say.
know.
Don't know her. Haven't come across her. We do not run
Not
into
even that
So,
type
you
of
know,
woman.
so like I said, me personally, I
Yes.
meet a lot of course, I date women, right? Well, dated women back in the day.
What?
Past tense. Sorry, wife.
Well,
No,
hold
I'm
on.
not
I
dating
almost
anymore.
came through
Hold
this.
up, hold up. Nah, nah,
I
chill,
almost
yo.
came through this.
Chill.
Wait, wait.
Chill. We talking past tense. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
bro, you better put it past tense. Correct that. Take it back. Renege on that comment. What you talking about,
In the
boy?
past.
Don't worry about it,
In the
Tiffany. I got
past.
you, baby.
I dated women, and you come across women that tell you their stories. You've also, like I mentioned the story earlier about a mother and daughter that were both dated, actively seeking men in jail, and
Mm-hmm.
found it. And one is doing a full-on life sentence with one of them, full life sentence, faithfully too, mind you, faithfully. Insane.
Wow.
She must got hecka government benefits. Cause what they gonna charge him in prison? What they gonna? She getting all the
Right.
food stamps.
Okay,
$1,400 in
y'all. I
food
got a
stamps, yo.
secret.
Oh, my girl, in peaceful
She
hands
said
is
you
in
Wow.
got
Wait,
it.
Miss P. Miss
I
P, what you
got a
gotta tell us?
secret.
Well,
What's the secret? What's the secret?
Oh my God, yo. Okay, so I was single, right? About 3 summers ago, and I was bored. So I seen this guy on Facebook, and I could tell by his pictures he was locked up, but I wasn't for sure. So we talking on Messenger or whatever, and then I find out he locked up. So I'm like, okay, well, he kind of cute, so I'm bored. Let me just entertain this.
I
So
bless you.
Okay.
I was bored. But I
So
entertained
what
it for a
happened?
good
how are they on Facebook in there?
girl.
They
I
got they
still
got they
don't
got
know to this
devices. They
day.
they
but
got
you know
Huh?
devices in prison.
the ones that be on the phone either be the ones with the phone plug, or they in the same. You gotta figure that out to determine if you're gonna keep messing with
Nah,
them. Go ahead.
yo, there's whole
But he
TikTok
didn't have a
communities of
phone when
men
we was
in jail,
talking.
men and women in jail.
So they on TikTok.
Wait,
They
hold
He
on.
on
on
I wanna.
Facebook.
TikTok.
I'm trying to hear.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
trying to hear Penelope's story. Come on, ma'am.
My
Go
bad.
ahead.
So, we talking and he calling me 24/7. It was entertaining at first. And I liked the attention in the beginning, but like once you start talking, yeah, when I see you and what I'm like, okay, I can't do this. This feels weird. So then I'm not gonna lie, he didn't really know how I looked. He just saw my Facebook pictures. So I got a kick out of it. Like, what if I go up there? What you gonna do if I come up there in a wedding dress? Would you just joking. I was joking. I told you I was bored. I said, or what you gonna do if I get up there and I'm nothing like I look? Like I'm a complete catfish because you really don't know what I look like. So it was a good Saturday, sunny morning. And I drove up to the correctional facility and I went to go see him in person. And he was
And
cute.
a
He was really
conjugal visit, that's not legal.
it was not a conjugal visit. It was
Oh,
a
okay.
regular visit. I went to go see him and we talked. He had good conversation and then I just ended up ghosting him after
I
a
mean,
while. But he
Oh.
paid for the money on the phone.
You ain't telling where you
And
lived at, right?
no, I ain't telling him where I live at. Mm-mm.
All right, good,
Mm-mm. He from
good.
right.
When he getting out?
He's from where I'm from though.
When he getting
Oh
But
out?
Lord.
that's why I left him where he was at. I said, girl, I said I gotta stop this. I be all over the
We li-
place out of boredom.
I gotta stop.
Yo,
Penelope, we
I gotta. The
listen.
Lord working on me.
We
The Lord
No
working
we
doubt.
on me.
listen
I ain't
and
gonna
we
lie.
don't
I ain't gonna
judge.
lie. Yo, my comment section judge, he said it sounds like a rap love story. Sound
I
like
don't
some
Stay
even
in
make
Tyler
our
fun of
Perry
no
wrote.
lane.
men out of jail. I can't imagine.
My girl in peaceful hands is in the chat. I saw her earlier today. I invited
How are you?
her.
What up? What up? What
In
up?
peaceful hands.
Hi, peaceful
Welcome.
hands.
Welcome,
So guys,
welcome, welcome. So
oh my
yeah, nah.
goodness. This is
Was it
crazy.
before or after the WM? Was it before the after the light skin?
Huh?
Who?
Was
Huh?
that
This
was the prison dude before or after the light skin dude?
the clear person.
The light
Oh,
skin dude. Not
Oh,
after,
not
oh,
this
oh.
dude,
after,
that dude.
Who?
after.
After.
I chased the light skinned one away, being petty at the club one night.
Yeah,
Chased
you
him.
giving me those vibes. You giving me those vibes. You it is. You really is. I mean, they
Yo,
they will tell you I'm straightforward. I love you, sis, but you
He
giving me those
is.
vibes.
I'm
Yo,
changing.
look at Jazz. Yo, Jazz is like, yo, I never ever thought.
I'm not judging
Oh,
at
Jazz,
all.
I'm gonna get you too. You gonna start talking one day.
I'm an open book. That's all
See,
right.
this why I keep my mouth shut.
No, no judgment, sis. Listen, do you?
We
I'm
listen
just
and don't
speaking my
judge.
thing.
So I feel like P should answer all the rest of the questions because
Yeah, because I was gonna say,
he
like,
has
I think
firsthand
having
experience.
someone like, okay, so what did you find attractive?
She said that he had good conversation. They talked a lot. It was a lot of attention. He paid for the
The
phone.
attention is a good one. I get that. Okay.
He
Okay.
Well,
paid for it.
you had to like him though, because for you to go and actually
To
see a man
go.
in
Yeah,
prison,
that
That's
it's
was
a lot of work.
yeah.
where things
That's a
got
lot
crazy.
of work.
I
That
don't leave
ninja
my
talk
house
game.
at.
That ninja talk
There's
game
no
was
way.
heavy. That ninja talk game was heavy. He took that in prison boot camp. By this, how you get a lady out of
I was
prison.
like,
He
no,
was
this what really made
giving.
me. No, I'm gonna be real with y'all. This what
We're
really
getting.
made me get it. Go see him. I'm like, okay, I need a little road trip, a little mini road trip. I need to go clear my mind. So let me just drive out here and go meet this man in person, see what he about. But I already knew in my mind I wasn't serious. It's nothing I seen something long term with. It was just something in the
Mm.
moment to
You were
entertain
people
myself.
watching. You were people watching. That's what you were doing. You were people watching, looking at human behavior, seeing, let me see, let me do a test to see if I do this, how it's actually going to turn out, knowing that I know what my cutoff point is. So I
Yeah,
get that. I completely get that. I've done it.
like a little experiment. They're
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
It
They're
was
fun.
fun.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah, we
definitely.
had good old conversation. He was very handsome. I like the locks. I was like, look at you. You could have really made
Um,
something of yourself.
Shay, what's your cash app? Because Decipher said he would pay you a lot of attention. You can start there.
Oh, I beat that. I
I can
beat
with
that.
dollar sign.
You can start there. Our cash app. Do you need it?
Put your cash app in the chat.
Kind of girly.
Love is action. Love is action.
I'm gonna
Okay.
convert that kind of girly.
Yo, nah, listen, I've never been locked up before, right? I mean, I've got arrested, but I ain't never do no time or nothing crazy. And you know what's so crazy? I got arrested when I was in school. I was literally in a classroom when I got arrested. And they pulled me out my class in handcuffs. I was like probably 14 years old.
No school
And you
resource
know what
officers
it's
had you.
you know what it's like. No, cause it was the cops that came in there. And you know what was so wild about it? It was just over a fight. Like I got into a fight with somebody. I beat him up. But you're gonna lock a kid up other than saying, okay, let me bring you to the suspect. Yo, what they do to us is wild, yo. If I have to think about how I felt walking out my classroom in handcuffs and everyone's watching me,
Yeah.
that was
That's
it was
psychological.
kind of
That's messed up.
kind of
Yeah.
crazy.
Trauma.
Kind of crazy.
Can I
I
excuse me? Decipher. Candace does not convert attention to dollars. Candace converts time is money. If you're
there you
speaking
go.
about a certain thing right now, the only way that you can show her any proof of how committed you are to that is through her cash app. The talking is
There you
not going
go.
to work.
There you go.
So
There you
be a little bit more proper. Candace does not convert attention to dollars.
go. Oh man, you
Make sure you get to your super chats.
huh? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the
your
so
super
super chats,
chats.
super chats, super chats.
Who is
I think
that
I got
on
one. I
D's?
only got one more rep. So Air Force Reek, he said she was bored, but didn't do anything productive. LOL. Hey, let me entertain a dude locked up. Which yeah, she said it. She was bored, right, P?
I was bored, but what do you mean didn't do anything productive? That's kind of vague. Because in the
I
midst of
don't
my
know. I don't know what the
boredom,
production.
yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
know
sure
what he
she
meant
was
by
doing
that.
other stuff. That could have been her release.
I
We
mean,
listen and we don't judge.
he
But
could mean you knew it wasn't going to be a productive relationship.
Hmm.
He could mean
uh,
that. You
who
knew
is
that
on D's? Who is
producer.
this on D's? Look at D right now in the picture. The
D
the
looking
thingy.
Who?
Is
real
You look
that
good.
D
What
looking
are you talking about?
real fine in her icon
on
photo.
on her
Ooh,
her little?
baddie.
Who?
Oh,
Which one?
D's
Right
icon.
here?
Oh, not you getting down because we talking about how cute she look.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, you talking about these icon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
her icon.
I can't. I'm a married man. I can't speak on those type of things.
You
All right.
can't. Thank
I
you. We're all here to
can't
do
speak
it.
on those type of things. Yes, y'all do it for me. All right. Sounds good.
Wow.
Sounds good.
Wow. This was
All right.
interesting. I would like to keep reiterating
Yes.
that we don't know these women in real life. Okay.
We
We
don't.
don't know these women in real life who are logging on to do a bid with a man. We don't know them. We've just been conjecturing and trying to think of why we would think.
Right.
A great anecdotal story is she was bored. So maybe sometimes people just bored and just want to have a little fun. I
I
think
literally would catch a
I don't.
charge.
I think it's
I would catch.
exactly what Jazz said earlier. I don't think that it's boredom. I think they do it. One, somebody said control. Two,
yeah,
the
lots of
attention.
Yep.
If I know you're locked up, and I'm just thinking of the psyche of it, right? If someone's locked up, what could they do? They can't cheat on you. And as a matter of fact, I actually heard that from
you
the
heard that
daughter.
they do
The
cheat.
daughter, well,
And
you said quote unquote. Jazz said they can't
They be
cheat.
doing wild stuff in jail.
I'm like,
Just
but
because a woman ain't in there, I'm more concerned. But anyway, go ahead, continue.
we had a
Well, honestly, look at how many COs get lose their job. The women
It's
correctional officers
crazy.
lose their job because they're sleeping with the men in jail, in prison. I'm sure if most of y'all talk to men in jail, they'll say, yeah, a majority of the men are having
They doing,
relations with
yeah.
women that work in the prisons. And that's another thing we got to break down. Why are they doing that, right? So it's because it comes along to the same thing. Are these guys in jail
I'm
so attractive?
no, I'm gonna tell you why. It's because the standard that these law enforcement agencies have for hiring is extremely low. Just because they're correctional officers don't mean that they have a high standard about anything. Most of them are 304s, and that's not just because my ex was he's correctional officer and all of his 304s in the marriage was there. The- Most of them are 304s. If they're presented with a certain thing, most of them are from the hood. They're from the hood. They're just
Mm,
getting it because it's easy to get in. They're
right, right,
still in the hood just because they have a good job.
right. You're right. You're right. I'm gonna have to agree with that because it makes sense because you know it's one the forbidden fruit like SB said, and on top of it being the forbidden fruit, we gotta look at it like oh they hood rats. They hood rats. So it's easy for them to like pick up and jump on something just because they got a job there don't mean nothing. And it's like in Atlanta, it's crazy, y'all. You know, like it was like last year and the year before, how many female officers was on the news losing their jobs, sneaking contraband in for the inmates,
I
Can I
watched
tell
that
you
sleeping
a
with
first.
personal
them,
story?
rec-
Can I tell you?
recording it
Never.
too. A
Can I tell
personal
you a
story.
personal
Yes,
story?
I love story time. Talk to us.
So, I was 12 for the city of Miami, right? So I would say my second year on patrol by myself, I was in the North District, and there was this officer, a senior officer, who had a party for her great grandmother. So we all going over, everybody's in their uniform. We're going over and going to the party. Next thing you know, four strippers come out. Then next thing you know, we're all about to go. So I'm just sitting there because I don't do the whole stripper thing. I'm sitting there and I'm waiting on her so that because we all have to go back and check back into work. I go in the bathroom, and this officer, senior officer, while we're on the clock, is sitting there giving this stripper a blowjob. 12 years later, the same officer and about six other female officers and two males were caught up in this big thing where they were assisting drug trafficking. I'm talking about being the front and the back of the caravan.
Mm.
So she was a police officer for a well-known,
I gotta go,
established.
guys.
Okay, baby.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I'm
Hey,
sorry. I'll see you guys next time. I'm sorry.
Hey, no
definitely.
problem. So I say that to say is sometimes things, and that was I think out of survival because the money got so good to her and it was more than the crap that we were putting up with on the police department, that she fell into that. Now, mind you, you can't just fall into something. It has to be a part of your character.
Right. I agree with that.
Yeah, it was crazy. Ain't no way. Y'all can't give me enough money. Y'all can't give me enough money, because if I got to run it high, I'm telling on myself, I'm gonna be posting so much on Facebook talking about here I am in Nicaragua or whoever.
I'm just such a terrible liar, and my guilty conscience eats at me, and then I can't sleep at night. My heart just beating. I'm like, Lord, they're gonna catch me. They're gonna catch me, Lord. I can't even sleep. I can't do it. My blood pressure.
Anxiety.
What?
Anxiety is high. Now I feel you on that. But listen. So check it, ladies. Check it. I know this might feel kind of abrupt, but I'm going to be hitting the 1.5 hour mark. So y'all know I'm lazy, so I only do the show for 1.5 hours. But I wanted to thank y'all so much. This was a great topic, great episode. And I had the lovely ladies with me today. Our girl Jazz, Candace, Shay, and the lovely Miss P in the building with us. Thank y'all so much. Do me a favor, y'all. Follow everything they all have going on, because each and every one of them got something going on. So make sure you follow them. Stay in touch with us. We got a lot going on Grown Men Talking. And I will see y'all on the next one. Peace. If it plays, of course that goes up there, right? Yo, I be messing up big time. This is crazy. Oh my God.